Gavin and Murray Byfield are hunting Australia's bush monsters. Come with us on a journey of fact or fiction. We try to find if the truth is out there or just in our heads. Yowies, panthers, Tassie tigers. Your reports say they're out there. Let's find out together. On this episode of Bush Monsters, the legend of the Black Panther, 2 eyewitnesses, an investigation over 3 days, 2 nights. We have formed our opinions. Now it's time for you to come up with yours. Here we are today with Mike Crush in Rathluba, in an hour and a half north of Sydney in the Hunter Valley, and Murray's going to interview him about a few bush monsters. So, go ahead, Murray.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for being part of the show. I really appreciate your time. So you had an experience with what you call a Black Panther?
Yep.
Would you call it a Black Panther?
Yep. And
when did this occur? When did this happen?
2011 it was. It's June the 4th, and it was 7:50 a.m. in the morning. I was on my way to work. It was a beautiful, clear morning, crisp June morning, clear as. I drove up the road here in Buchanan. I came over the crest of a hill, turning to the left. And as I turned to the left, about half a kilometre in front of me, a big black cat standing astride the double lines. It was facing, south. And as I came down the hill towards it, it just stared at me. Not a marking on it, just completely black.
Yeah.
Then as I got closer, it turned round to the north, and it didn't run like a cat. It just loped off into the mining area. There's a coal mine down there.
Yeah.
It disappeared into the long grass in the mine.
What size would you estimate it would have been?
Well, the double yellow lines in the road, it was standing astride.
So it had feet on either side of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Double lines. So,
absolutely.
So if you could take a guess as to what sort of length, not including the tail, what size would you reckon it would have been?
Oh, I'd say it's about 4 times the size of a normal house cat.
Yeah. So did you see any teeth or anything? Did you see whiskers? Did you see any? What about the more finer details?
No, I'd have been half a kilometre from it at the time. By the time he moved, I would have been a quarter of a kilometre from him. I was halfway down the hill. Yeah, but you could see his eyes staring. He just stared at me, and then.
What colour were his eyes? Did you see the colour of his eyes? Or her eyes?
I seem to think yellowy.
If you were standing next to it, would you say come up to your knee, your hip, its head? Whereabouts would you say its head would have landed?
Yeah, his head would have been just above my knee, I'd say. I'd call it a panther.
You call it a panther?
A small panther. I wouldn't call it a house cat. So
it was a domestic cat with an overgrown domestic cat. So it had sort of small. Most domestic cats have fairly large ears. It had smaller ears.
No, he was a black hairs. I came round that corner up the top and came down this hill, and the cat was standing right on that corner where the double lines. He was standing astride those lines, facing to the right.
So basically where it veers round there.
He was right on that corner.
Yep. And so he was facing
to the right.
To the right, yep.
I got down to, must have been about this point in the road.
Yep.
And he just stood there staring at me. And as I drove along, he did a U-turn and went back over through the fence and into the grass over there.
So you didn't sort of even look as he or she walked over the...
At that point I couldn't see him. So he's gone into a gully or something like that.
Okay, so as soon as you went round, you didn't have a chance to turn around and have a look? Yeah, okay.
And I wasn't getting out.
I don't blame you. Trees, food source. If you're going to hide, that's the place to go.
Yep.
Here we are at Buchanan, where we've just interviewed Mike. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. We've been coming through the areas from the road back all the way around to see if we find any evidence of anything yet. There's obviously been reclaimed land from a mine. We found coal, there's cattle, but as you can see where the road comes round, the terrain starts to get a little thicker and heavier. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it here for the moment. We're going to come back later on this evening at about twilight when cats hunt, and we're going to have a look around and see what we can find. All right, here we are, Bush Monsters again. This is Jason. Jason, welcome aboard. You'll see a lot of Jason in the next couple of weeks. He's our head of security, tracking and killing whatever's trying to kill us. So, Jason, we walked up here so far. What do you think?
So far I haven't seen enough to say that there is a cat here.
Yeah.
But we'll push on a bit further and see how we go.
These animals that we're talking about, have you heard any stories about them yourself in your time?
Well, you hear stories about lots of things, but with it being true or not, I don't know. I said you always hear them.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of them down here. I've heard about them sort of back around Broke and places like that. I've heard about it.
Yeah.
But you hear lots of things too.
Yeah.
Well, we had a double with 2 witnesses today, claim Rathluba and Buchanan, so that's why we're down here.
But that's just it. But is it the panther that everyone thinks it is, or is it just a big feral cat?
Well,
That's what we're here to find out.
Sorry?
Definitely a dead cow.
Yeah. It was just we were looking at it and the way it's scattered so
Yeah,
big.
but that could be foxes or anything moving bones around.
Foxes.
Could be a feral dog. You just don't know. End of the track.
What's that?
End of the track, there's a black thing there. It looked like it moved a second ago. Could have been there.
This side of the fence or the other side?
Other side, down on the pile of timber. There's just a stump.
Oh, I see it.
It's moving, isn't it?
Yep. See him?
Where?
Straight down the middle. There's 2. There's one in the middle and one to the left.
So you're talking that bit of lantana down there, that...
Whatever was there is gone, because there was a black thing sitting in front of it in the middle.
Yeah, there was. There was one to the left as well. What is that? Is that man-made?
It looks like it's been pushed up there, yeah.
So this, under this lantana is where you think...
No, you're sitting out on the edge of the green, whatever it was, and then the other one was over just near the thicker part of the lantana.
I would have said that high off the ground.
Whatever it was just here. But I could have swore it was sitting out in this greener patch.
Yep.
I only just caught a glimpse of it coming through the timber, that's why. Whatever it is, something's been using this gully.
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh shit, yeah.
Through the grass.
And not real big either by the looks of it.
Maybe something low to the ground, like the way it's pushing the grass down.
We follow the track?
How far?
Not very far.
Whatever it is, you don't know whether it's coming out of here, coming back to the gully for water.
Hmm. What would be the biggest feral cat that you've killed in weight, roughly?
Weight. Years ago was away shooting. I was only up the other side of Dem, and we shot a fox and a cat on the same night, and the cat was heavier than the fox. Well heavier than the fox.
Mm. So roughly what kilo, do you reckon, just as a ballpark guess?
Around that, anywhere from 12 to 15.
Kilo?
That's a heavy kitty.
It is, yeah. But they do tend to grow pretty big.
There it is again. Or is it? Is it creaking? It's like a tree creaking, maybe. It's this tree. It's this tree rubbing on that tree, I reckon. Yeah. It's pretty different. Yeah.
If you were out here in the middle of the night and you heard that noise and couldn't see it though. So here we are, day 3 of hunting bush monsters. We're back at the original spot and we found something really, really interesting. Now, we found a print. We've discussed it. It's either a really heavy dog or maybe a large feral cat. But we're not sure because it's got a claw-like at the end of it, so it's not a lizard. It's not a cow, so we're not quite sure what it is. I'll put my hand down next to it, give you some scale. So yes. We're going to continue in and see what else we can find.
Yeah, very interesting. Let's continue. Okay, so we've actually found some more prints here, which are very fresh and very new. This one here in particular, there's actually the one there as well. This one, ow, something in the shoe. There's one here which is fairly obvious. And can you jump out of the light? Sorry. Yeah, there we go, that's better. As you can see, it's pretty obvious print there. My suggestion at this stage would be that that's a dog. You can also see over here with these couple of prints, you can see the claw marks or the nail marks there at the top, which is pretty indicative of a dog print. So this print actually goes around this part of the little pond here, billabong, whatever you want to call it, and actually over here is some other fairly distinct prints. And again, you can kind of make out the claws or the nails of the dog. Generally, cat prints don't tend to have claw marks in their print because they're able to retract their prints. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head over here where Gavin and Jason saw something over here in the bush before, and we're going to set up the trail cam, leave it here for about a week, and then come back and see what we can see.
So we've just found a trail going that way, all the grass, and another one coming in this way. So something's come in this way and left that way. That actually goes right through.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, this is the same spot as last time as we're moving through.
Yeah.
So we'll get over here and we'll set up our bait and our camera. We'll see what we can find. Moses.
Ow!
So we've come over the fence where we found the print and the trail, and it continues through here all the way up. And the last time we were here, there's water up there as well, and tasty yabbies. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up the camera, trail camera. What do you think, bet there, Murray?
Yeah, one of those trees there.
And leave it for a couple of days and see what we get.
I reckon if we trail cam this tree, about there.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Cool.
Okay, so this afternoon I've texted Gavin and I've said, we need some sort of bait to bring along to put sort of near where we're putting the trail camera, see what we get. And what did he bring?
Cabanossi. You can take the chef out of the bush, but you can't put the bush in the chef. So we're going to bait the cat with cabanossi. We didn't bring the wine or the cheese, we're just going to go with the cab.
So maybe it's an Italian panther?
Could be an Italian panther. I hope it likes arseholes and lips.
So that's this little watercourse here, which only seems to really be running when it's got fairly torrential rain or flooding. So it actually forks off here. So we've got two tracks, or two trails, one that sort of goes in behind that lantana there, and one that goes in through here. So we're going to try and capture both paths with the trail cam, so I'm going to put that up there. Alright, so we're going to put my brand new trail cam up on the tree here. So this particular model is good because the LEDs, the infrared LEDs, which throw out for the night shot, are actually blackout ones, so hopefully any creatures will not see the flash as it goes off. So we're going to put that up here, and we're going to set this in video mode, not photograph mode, and it's a 10-second exposure basically, or a 10-second shot. So instead of just getting just a couple of snaps of whatever might be out here, we'll get 10 seconds of footage.
We might even catch a Kardashian. There's a camera here.
Yeah, true.
So Murray, for our non-Australian viewers,
Yeah.
Kangaroos, omnivores, herbivores, herbivores, so they won't be attracted by
Meat, exactly. They're not going to be attracted. Well, they might be interested in it, but they probably won't touch it. So
we're looking for something that's a meat eater.
That's right. So if there's dogs out here, if there's wild dogs, which as we found earlier indicates that that's the case, hopefully they'll be attracted to it. And if there's a cat or a big panther, maybe leave it too, if we're lucky.
So here we are testing the camera out. Murray's just had the walkthrough like a panther. You should have seen it. It was something special. It was a sight to behold. So we're just checking to see if our bait caught Murray on camera. We'll see how we go from there.
No, didn't work.
Didn't work. Take two. Panther than a black panther.
You more look
Cabanossi! Oh my God! Somebody loves me.
you look more like an aging yowie at the moment.
Here we are with Kim Fitzgibbon from Morpeth in the Hunter Valley. Can you describe what you saw?
I saw a black panther on the side of the road in the trees.
When and at what time of the day did you see the animal?
It was at night time. It was winter time, and it was probably about 8 o'clock in the night. I was walking my dog.
Okay, what size would you say the animal was?
Quite large. I'd say probably from head to the tip of its tail about 2.5 meters, maybe more. It was bigger than my dog, and I had a big dog.
Okay, what type of dog was it? Great
Dane Mastiff.
Big dog.
Big dog.
What part of the Hunter was this in, was the sighting?
That was in Rathluba, East Maitland.
Okay, we also had another sighting there we've interviewed. Do you know Mike Crush from that area?
No.
Do you think it could have been anything else?
No.
Were you alone when you saw the animal?
Yes, with my dog, yes.
Did you feel like it was hunting you?
At one point, yes, because it was walking along the fence line and we were walking on the opposite side of the road, the same direction that it was walking, and it definitely looked at us.
So what made you want to come and do this?
Well, I just think that it's okay to talk about it. You know, we've all heard stories about panther sightings throughout the Hunter for years. I certainly grew up hearing stories about panthers, you know, around Broke and out that way.
We have heard of the one in Broke.
Bulga.
I'm not sure about the Bulga one. We've heard about the Broke one. The one that you saw is very interesting to us because that's where Mike Crush from Rathluba, who lives there, that's where he saw it on Buchanan Road there as well. Mm-hmm. So he had a few theories. Well, where do you think it's come from?
I've got no idea. I would say maybe Mount Sugarloaf somewhere in the bush. Okay. But you know, it spooked me because it was so close to residential area. It was virtually in a residential area.
Not paying rent, just...
No, free living.
Just wandering through?
Yeah, just passing by.
So there was people living there with families and animals and pets.
Yeah,
and,
but where it was, as you drive down Wilton Drive, on the left-hand side there's like a treed area, and it was in that sort of vicinity there.
okay. That's actually less than 2 k's from where Mike saw it.
Okay.
So but there is a time difference in years, I think about 2 years time difference, but it's the same area. Now there's all these theories about how these cats ended up in Australia. There was the one that it was a mascot for servicemen, it escaped from a zoo. What do you think?
I had heard rumours that it escaped from a circus years ago at Windsor.
Yeah.
And came up through...
Putty Road up
Yeah.
through Coma
Yeah.
and all that area?
Yeah.
Okay. We have Jason, another member of our crew, has claimed, a few people have claimed to him that they've seen it out Brockway. And his theory is there's more chance for finding it out there. But we've got this hotspot now of 2 sightings within 2 k's of each other over 2 years. So you'd have to assume, being a logical young lady, that there'd be more than one, because they'd have to breed.
Well, I would think that there'd have to be more than one, because the sightings that I heard about when I was a child growing up were around the Broken Bulga area. Those cats would be old now.
Yeah.
And they
How long
wouldn't
ago was that?
Oh, well, how old am I?
No.
We're going back, say, 35 years or
So
more.
there's no way it could have lived that long.
Well, I don't know what the lifespan of a panther is. I've never searched it.
Do you think it could have been a feral cat? Do you think you could have got a cat that big?
No. No.
So weight-wise, what would you say it was?
Weight-wise, going by the size of my dog, and
Yeah.
it was at least double the size of my dog. He was probably well over a metre long and weighed 52 kilos, so I'd say it was over 100 kilos.
Wow. Exceptionally big cat. Did you see the eyes at all? Did you get a look at the eyes?
I did see the eyes. They
What
were
colour?
yellowy green, quite bright.
Was this far from the road?
No, it was virtually along the fence line,
On the main Buchanan Road that goes through there?
heading up Wilton Drive. I lived down the bottom of Wilton Drive and I was walking
Okay.
up Wilton Drive.
So that's heading north, towards Maitland.
Yeah. Big cat.
Big cat?
Big
Scared?
scary cat, scared the crap out of me. Scared my dog,
Hey.
spooked my dog.
It spooked the dog.
Spooked the dog, yep.
Wow.
Yep, and I couldn't get up to the next street to go home quick enough.
Mobile phone with you or anything?
No.
Just out strolling with the dog.
Yeah, it was cold, it was...
Bet you were glad the dog was there.
Yes. Yes, but then I think the dog would have been eaten.
Think the dog would have bolted and left you?
Yeah, but I think maybe, it was there because there were always a lot of kangaroos and rabbits in that area.
Yeah.
Like in the afternoon you drive down there and you'd see kangaroos in that paddock, so...
Well, lots of that area along there is reclaimed mine, so there's no farming or anything on it. Things just run wild. Would you like to see it again?
Yeah.
You would? You'd be interested in coming face to face with it again? From a safe distance?
From a safe distance,
From the inside
yeah.
of a van?
Yeah, definitely.
So would you come with us at a walkthrough if we were to go down there? To
Yeah.
the area?
Yeah, definitely.
Would you do it at night time?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see it through the daytime.
So you think this thing is nocturnal?
The area that the panther was in is virtually still the same as what it was back then in 2005. It hasn't been built on or anything like that. It's virtually the same.
So there's been no development along this area?
No, not at all.
Do you think it's still out there?
Possibly, yeah.
It would have quite a area to roam when you think about the distance from that Buchanan to Sugarloaf to Broke, and even it was Bulga. Domestic cats can wander quite far during the day. I'm sure a panther could wander just as far.
But you think someone would see it through the day?
Nocturnal creatures. Nighttime. Black.
I guess. So it's possible.
Murray's eternal catchphrase is, "I believe in the possibility." So we have to let Murray believe in the possibility. So the more people that believe in the possibility, and As much as it pains me, he is allowed to believe in the possibility. And so are you.
I believe that that is what I saw that night, without a doubt. And that it's probably still out there.
So here we are on Buchanan Road, just heading down here, nice and dark, with Kim Fitzgibbon. We're about to go and investigate the spot where Kim saw the Black Panther.
The area on the left is where I saw it, but down a bit further. And this is the street, that Woodrow Way, that I turned down to get away from it. It was probably about here.
It is very dark.
Yeah, just past this telegraph pole.
Okay, well let's park, get out in the dark and have a look.
Okay.
So here we are with Kim, out in the bush, hunting bush monsters. This is the spot Kim saw the Black Panther. I'm having a look around and I'm thinking I'm volunteering Murray to go in with you and have a look.
Okay,
So,
we'll have to climb the fence, Murray, is that okay?
if you'd like to show us the exact spot, would be great, Kim.
Well, from memory, it was just past this telegraph pole here, and it was right along the fence line, and I was walking on the road.
So we're talking it was just on the other side of this fence.
Yes,
Was the fence the same size at that stage?
I believe so. I think that's the original fence.
What's the barbed wire for?
To keep the panthers out.
To keep the panthers in or out?
Keep the panthers in over that side.
See, it's quite dark and dense. The bush here goes back about 2 k's and to the exact spot where Mike had his encounter with the Black Panther. So here we are with Kim out in Ratluba, and we followed the fence line where the panther has followed Kim. As you can see from the car lights down the end, it's about 80 meters along the fence line before Kim took the wise decision to shoot up the side road here. The question would be, why would a cat follow you for that long? I know curiosity killed the cat, but it probably could have killed you.
Yeah, or my dog.
Or your dog?
Yeah.
So do you think that it was hungry? Or do you think just curious?
I would have thought that it was probably hungry.
Yeah.
I'd say it was hunting something. You know, the paddock behind us was always full of kangaroos in the afternoon and early mornings, so...
And nighttime, apparently.
Yeah, and nighttime, as we've just seen. So I'd say it was hunting for food.
Okay, do you think it would see you as food?
Maybe not me, but possibly my dog.
Well, I'm telling you, from there to here is 80 meters, and Usain Bolt wouldn't have caught me. I'd have been gone. I'd have been slashing the dog and throwing it behind me as bait.
Well, I probably nearly did have a heart attack.
This is the trails we've followed. This is where we've seen both our investigations take place. We've spoken to eyewitnesses, both within a K of this spot. One of them right on the road, which is just behind us. We've done a nighttime investigation with Kim as well. That's just up the road from here. But this has been the most evidence we found, and we found trails, we found fur, and we've got 19 files to go and look at. Can't wait. With the trail cam, about to open our 19 files, 3 of which will be us two dicking around.
That'll be more than 3.
We'll see what happens.
No, we just went out the bush, and we just picked it up. Bugs.
Bugs?
We've got bugs. Okay. Something tripped it. This might happen a bit.
Are we gonna...
There you go.
Kangaroos.
2 wallabies, I would say. This might be just the grass moving, because it does do that. Oh, that's another wallaby. Yeah. He took the Cabanossi. He's gone. He's gone meatitarian. Okay, next. Oh, another night one. Oh, there's something in there. Isn't there? Looks like there's eyes or something back here.
We'll have a closer look at that one later. Oh, daytime.
The day one. These cameras tend to go off with movement of trees and vegetation as well.
Is that something? Back there?
Try it again.
Look up there.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, I think that's a grass, like a seed head or something.
Okay.
Alright. Next, the night one.
Riveting stuff.
No audio there.
No.
Strangely.
Seems to be a lot more nighttime activity than.
Mm. No, right. See anything there?
No. Can hear something.
Yeah.
There's definitely something on that one. What number was that?
That
Number
was
10.
10. Yeah.
Nope.
Nothing there.
Would a bird flying past have set it off?
Possibly.
Nope.
No, nothing there. We're running out of numbers, so it's not looking good so far.
It's very hard to see a Black Panther at night time.
Another wallaby.
Kangaroo? What's the difference between kangaroo and a wallaby? Size?
Yeah. Wallabies are smaller.
So we had a kangaroo eat cabanossi. That's pretty impressive.
Not sure if he was eating it. Okay, 15.
Well, even if we haven't found the Black Panther, at least we found its food source.
Yes.
Well, that's us today.
That's us. That's me looking at the cabanossi. So he was been eaten. Alright. And the next one will be us.
Yes, and us, and us.
Alright, so, well, we got something. At least we kind of know what's making those tracks out there now.
We also wanted that one with the noise.
There's a few with noise, so we
Yeah.
need to sort of, when I download them to the computer, we'll have a bit more of a listen, see what could be making those noises. But we did find some prints of a dog out there, which I was hoping we might get on the camera, but no luck on there either.
So we'll analyse a little further and we'll get back to you. Alright, so here we are, the conclusion of episode 1. Feels like Star Wars, the end of an episode. But what have we learned from this? What do you think, Murray? Do you think the big cat's out there?
Well, basically, we haven't got any evidence to suggest at this stage that there's a Black Panther out there. No physical evidence, at least. So we've got the 2 eyewitnesses who are very convinced of what they saw.
Do you believe they saw, or do you think they believe they saw what they saw?
Yeah, look, I absolutely 100% believe that they believe what they saw.
Yeah.
But whether it was a Black Panther that they saw, or was a large feral cat, or possibly even a dog.
Well, we
big black
found traces of the dog out there with the print.
Yeah, absolutely
tracks.
we absolutely found prints of dog prints out there. So there is a large carnivorous animal out there, but I don't think that at this in this particular area that it's a black cat.
Well, my opinion is I don't think it's there. I don't know what is there. I can't prove it's there. I can't prove it's not there. So I'm just going to move forward with my life and look forward to looking for yowies.
That sounds fantastic. But having said that, just because we didn't find evidence of this thing, and as I said, I'm going to be the fence sitter again here. But lack of evidence does not say that it doesn't exist. It just means that we didn't find it.
No, logic says it doesn't exist. All right, until the next time, take care. Good luck.
Thanks for watching. Bye.